At last we came to Pastolik, which is where the Yukon drowns itself in the great fog sea. Here we lived long, on the rim of the sea, among a people by whom the Russians were well hated. But sometimes they came, these Russians, in great ships, and made the people of Pastolik show them the way through the islands uncountable of the many-mouthed Yukon. And sometimes the men they took to show them the way never came back, till the people became angry and planned a great plan. So, when there came a ship, old Kinus stepped forward and said he would show the way. He was an old man then, and his hair was white, but he was unafraid. And he was cunning, for he took the ship to where the sea sucks into the land and the waves beat white on the mountain called Romanov. The sea sucked the ship in to where the waves beat white, and it ground upon the rocks and broke open its sides. Then came all the people of Pastolik, for this was the plan, with their war spears and arrows and some few guns. But first the Russians put out the eyes of old Kinus, that he might never show the way again, and then they fought, where the waves beat white, with the people of Pastolik. Now the headman of these Russians was Ivan. He it was, with his 2 thumbs, who drove out the eyes of Kinus. He it was who fought his way through the white water, with 2 men left of all his men, and went away along the rim of the great fog sea into the north. Kinus was wise. He could see no more, and was helpless as a child, so he fled away from the sea, up the great strange Yukon, even to Nulato, and I fled with him. This was the deed my father did, Kinus, an old man. But how did the young man, Negore? Once again she silenced him. With my own eyes I saw, at Nulato, before the gates of the great fort, and but few days gone, I saw the Russian, Ivan, who thrust out my father's eyes, lay the lash of his dog-whip upon thee, and beat thee like a dog. This I saw, and knew thee for a coward. But I saw thee not that night, when all thy people, yea, even the boys not yet hunters, fell upon the Russians and slew them all. Not Ivan, said Negore quietly. Even now is he on our heels, and with him many Russians fresh up from the sea. Una made no effort to hide her surprise and chagrin that Ivan was not dead, but went on. In the day I saw thee a coward. In the night, when all men fought, even the boys not yet hunters, I saw thee not, and knew thee doubly a coward. Thou art done? All done? Negore asked. She nodded her head and looked at him askance, as though astonished that he should have aught to say. Know then that Negore is no coward, he said, and his speech was very low and quiet. Know that when I was yet a boy, I journeyed alone down to the place where the Yukon drowns itself in the great fog sea. Even to Pastolik I journeyed, and even beyond, into the north, along the rim of the sea. This I did when I was a boy, and I was no coward. Nor was I coward when I journeyed, a young man and alone, up the Yukon farther than man had ever been, so far that I came to another folk, with white faces, who live in a great fort and talk speech other than that the Russians talk. Also have I killed the great bear of the Tanana country, where no one of my people hath ever been. And I have fought with the Nuklukyets, and the Kaltags, and the Styx in far regions, even I and alone. These deeds, whereof no man knows, I speak for myself. Let my people speak for me of things I have done which they know. They will not say, Negore is a coward. He finished proudly, and proudly waited.